Hi, Flick Fanatics. It's Jackson and Matt here again to talk to you about the brand new Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Terminator GENISYS. Wow. Now, this movie stars, obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jason Clarke, Emilia Clarke, and Jai Courtney. I don't jive with that. Heyo, but I got the synopsis right here on IMDb. John Connor sends Kyle Reese back in time to protect Sarah Connor. But when he arrives in 1984, nothing is as he expected it to be. That about sums it up. Not giving away anything.
With that said, the cast is a little different. Though Arnold's returning, the cast is a little different. You got a new guy playing John Connor.
Yeah.
You got a new guy playing Kyle Reese. You got a new woman playing Sarah Connor. I think they all did a pretty good job with what they were given. Jason Clarke is always good.
He really, knocked
anything
out of the
he's in, small parts, big parts, he's always awesome. Emilia Clarke.
I thought she played a good Sarah Connor.
Yeah, she kind of grew into the role as it went. It felt a little better.
And I wouldn't necessarily say the role is all that demanding, just because it's, kind of a hard-assed woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm going to say it. Jai Courtney did a fine job in my book. Jai or die. Hashtag.
Hashtag Jai or die. Live fast. Jai Young.
Yeah. Hashtag defend Jai. Hashtag Jai bye. I bought the ticket to a movie with Jai Courtney in it.
Jai bye. We give it Jai bye. The strongest role and the strongest actor in this entire movie was Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he played a robot, like a near obsolete robot that had no emotions, couldn't fake anything like that. That was the strongest role. I mean, he's been doing that shtick for his entire movie career. So he did a phenomenal job. I thought that was incredible.
Great return to the role we all love him for.
Any of his movies, he always says some kind of Terminator-ism.
This can be a plus or a negative to some, but this movie definitely pays homage to the first two. I mean, it's literally rewriting the first two. You see the Nikes. I thought that was so cool. Yeah. You see the Nikes. You see a Pepsi vending machine get destroyed in this one. And, that kind of product placement's kind of cool in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's playing off of the old movies. They have the Nikes in the first one?
In the Pepsi machine in the second one.
Nikes and Pepsi machine, 25 minutes apart, probably.
Yeah.
I agree that the homage was just great.
I saw The Devil.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, my God, that's right.
He's great, man.
But he looked exactly like
Robert Patrick.
Yeah. Like identical.
Just a little more Asian.
Yeah. That's it.
The eyes.
The shape of his face, he had that defined jawline. It was like, that's the same fucking guy.
This movie is messy. It's got some problems.
Big time.
And I think it really kind of falls onto the writing department and even the directing.
Yeah, I'd say a good 50-50 divide between writing and directing. Now, a director can make up for shitty writing by getting better takes out of people, by pushing the envelope, just getting people riled up. No rile, no envelopes to be pushed. I thought the writing was lazy and the direction was lazy when it came to the performances. Now, Jai Courtney could have been much better. Now, I thought he was decent, but I thought he could have been much better. And I think that falls on the director. I think he was just kind of
settled for less.
Yeah, exactly.
When he could have said, you know what, how about we do another take?
Yeah.
This time,
a little more angst, a little more anger. I wouldn't blame the actors at all, but I think it was definitely the behind-the-scenes folks.
I think most of the cons really do come from behind-the-scenes stuff, the editing, the pacing of this movie. Felt like 2 hours.
It felt like 2 hours and 6 minutes the entire time. It was, I don't know if they could have chopped anything out, but it was just, it dragged in some parts. I mean, there was a pretty steady flow of action and excitement. I mean, the CGI was great. The action was really exciting.
You got actors like Matt Smith and J.K. Simmons who are in these pretty small parts.
Yeah.
I think what they did with those small parts was better than how they were written for them. Do you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. They needed those heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Those, tried and true actors.
Small part,
yeah,
big meaning.
Exactly. They were the kind of people that kind of If it wasn't for them, the story wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Thoughts on the 3D? We saw this film in 3D, not IMAX 3D, just regular 3D. What did you think of the 3D?
You could definitely tell there were parts, especially in the beginning, that were meant for 3D. But that was about it. I didn't see a lot of that, like, oh, I'm going to, with my Terminator arm, grab you. There was no gimmicks when it came to that, except for the beginning. You know, there was a big battle in the future. Spaceships falling out of the sky, lasers going off. You could tell. They were like, this scene has to be 3D. The other stuff, I thought it was well done, but they didn't necessarily need it. You know?
Yeah.
It's hard to find like a grade or a number, you know. But I'm leaning more towards like a 6.5, 7. Yeah, 6.5. Decent. I'd see it if I were you, because I mean it's the Terminator, and you just gotta. I mean,
Rewatched one yesterday, rewatched 2 today. Saw this, and I gotta say, you know, I enjoyed it. I had a good time with this movie. It felt like a summer movie, as you know, we've been talking about in this last week. You know, about
exactly.
summer movies, what makes them a summer movie. I think this is what makes a summer movie. It's not the best movie.
No.
It's nowhere near the best movie. I'm gonna give this movie a 7.2 out of 10. Lots of room for improvement, but by no means would I say that this is like a bad film.
no.
It's got some cool things in it.
The execution was a little murky, but the approach was definitely there. I would have given it. I mean, if it was like a stupid storyline and just didn't make any fucking sense, it would have gotten a much lower grade, because that would have had like everything working against it. But it had an interesting story, fairly decent performances, just solid meat, I'd say.
Yeah.
There was some meat on them bones.
Yeah.
Throw it in a pot, you got a stew going. If you liked 1 and 2, you'll like this more than 3 and 4.
I think that's fair to say. I mean, at least that's exactly how I feel. I don't think this is
Same.
anyway a great movie. What did we
Next
say?
week we have Selfless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
Here we come. If you saw the movie, what'd you think? What do you think of the franchise?
Yeah.
Let us know down below.
Tell us your favorite scene. Tell us your favorite scene from any of the Terminator movies. There are plenty of, you know, like, gotcha scenes, like the thumbs up and the molten steel, or the like, favorite, subscribe. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook and all that shit.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.